Hello and welcome to the third game between FreePoints and TheWeakestLink. It's a 1-1, so this map will decide who will be second place in the group. The first place is already taken by Joe Biden, by the team of Joe Biden, and with Nick the Man and Ghosty. But it's now about the second place, and the loser of this game actually has to play in the decisive round, or the in-between round, for the third places. So we will see. We have Jungle Law here. It's well, mostly like mid-range combat or close combat map, and you have also some open spaces like here on Mike, and maybe here or here where you can use tanks probably, but well, it's mostly mid-range combat, I would say. The blue team is TheWeakestLink, playing with Dutch German and with Scandi, with Polos playing Scandi, and FreePoints is playing here with the Baltic Front, and Pekuda is playing, was it Finland only? Yes, Finland only. So, and Yugoslavia, it wasn't Baltic Front, sorry, Finland only. So, yeah. What we already can see here is like there's a dude going to the left side, and there's also some units of dude on the right, and Polo. And Polo has his main force here in the middle. That's kind of unusual. Usually you put it either here or here. Here you go to Echo, usually, Hotel and Echo. And here you go to either fight for Mike or Golf. So if Polo would go for Golf, most likely he would put his units, his main force here. And let's see on the other team. There's, like, on the first side, it looks like there's not that many ground forces. There's a lot from Krot going here on the left side, and a small force going here on the right side. So both teams have to decide if they fight for Echo from the beginning. Usually that's the sector, well, who holds that is more likely to win. Or if you give it away and do a push here, because if you push Golf, your enemy out of Golf, it can be very hard for him to come back. And from Golf, of course, you have a lot of control about the mid of the map. So let's see how it's going. So we have just a few helicopters starting, an escort and defender and an infantry squad. And here's a scout to see what's going on in Echo. A lot of players do a heli drop here with AA helicopters. So that's, I guess, why FreePoints played a lot of planes to shoot down the helicopters, but there's not that much yet. They didn't see any helicopters yet, I guess maybe the scout now. And yeah, so, well, they don't have that much to go for Echo, but just a little force, and it seems like also Polo or WeakestLink also just plays a few units here for Echo, or defend Hotel maybe. Yeah, and there are two KTs coming. They're a super dangerous unit. With their autocannon they can easily shoot down a whole push of units, and also of course helicopters. So here's the Bell. The KT didn't shoot yet, it maybe didn't have an angle. The L18 missed, and because the Bell is very small, it can unload kind of fast, and now the Fallschirmjäger shoot down the KT. Well, on the left side, yeah, seems like dude is heavily going to the left side, and Pekuda is going to the mid, and God puts a lot of units to the left side as well. So it seems like Echo is kind of abandoned for the moment. Both maybe realize it now, or at least the red team, and also puts forward his units here. Okay, but interesting is what Polo is doing. He is not going the obvious push, and maybe they don't even have line of sight yet, the red team. Yeah, they see what's going on. That they are now heavily going to the mid, and if you control this forest here in the middle, you can also put pressure on Golf. You can even make pressure on the 2-pointer here on Charlie and on Echo. You can, if you catch Charlie, you can cut off echo, and then no matter how much units you have in echo, with time you will lose it because you can't reinforce it. So an interesting push here. Like again, a little bit out of the ordinary, and because they know that they are maybe the weaker players. Okay, let's see what's going on here. There's nothing in this town here. It's an important town. It can be very annoying for the blue team if it's full of units here, especially ADGM. And yeah, there are 2 AV horses here on this side, and 2 A5 leopards from the blue team. So now here are town fights. This is here out of the town. It's bad. Yeah, but seems like the first main battle is here on the left. The V-horse against the 2A5, but with the napalm, they're kind of out of battle for the moment. Yeah, let's see how it's developing. There's a shepherd, a second shepherd. The shepherd has to be very careful. If there's ADGM in the town, he will be shot down immediately. And now they try to push the town here, the red team, but yeah, there are good units in the town. The rocket pod planes didn't hit that well, didn't shoot at all, lost line of sight maybe in the last moment. So seems like they can counter this push for the moment. And the blue team is testing what's going on in Charlie. Yeah, they take control here of the mid. But it's kind of slow. Usually if you push into Charlie, you already would have been there to fight, to catch it. So seems like they have another plan. Okay, here's maybe soon the first encounter of the 2A5 and the Vihor. For the blue team it would have been nice to have an ADGM here, because they can easily sideshot the Vihorst. Yeah, but not yet, I guess. Okay, so the blue team managed to hold the town, very important. And I guess now the next step would be to get back this tree line, and of course don't lose the fight on the left side with the tanks. Well, if red doesn't realize that the blue cuts off here, they have a hard time bringing reinforcements over the bridge here. So yeah, interesting. Good. So there's basically nothing of red in golf again, but blue doesn't do any effort yet to go there. And red just lost the Vihor. Ah, we missed that. The Vihor was too aggressive. The 2A5 killed one of the Vihors, and the other one has to push back. Now they lost their AA there, so that's very bad news now for the red team. And yeah, there's almost nothing to contend the leopard. The infantry which pushed up here from the red team was killed by the Kyla just in time, and now they have the ADGM here. Yeah, misses the first one, but the shepherd is kinda done now, I guess. Okay. So the blue team now managed to get control here of the mid, pushes into Charlie, so they have to invest into Charlie, but they also push here in the back of Golf, and there's nothing to stop them. So if they get all this placed that easily, that would be a really good outcome for the blue team. And yeah, there's almost nothing to contest them. Now they lost the Stutzwagen here against the ADGM. Unnecessary, 90 points. Yeah. And they got control of Echo. They forgot about, or they didn't see this recon here. But well, it's 96 to 20 with the points. No one is taking for the moment. They buy another CV. And seems like they get now control over Mike. Yeah. And also they try to get control over the town. Should be possible because there's really not much to defend it. And Golf is also, like, they have control over Golf now. They have units here. There's nothing of red. And yeah, very good result again for blue. But I really don't understand where all the points of the red team are. They are like mostly in planes, I guess. Yeah. But blue has now control over all the sectors in even contest Charlie, so that's a big disadvantage. Red has to fight back, but as we have seen in the games before, they are able to do that. They can fight back. They show that in other games, not just against the weakest link, also in other games already. So that's possible, but they have to hurry up. It's already a quarter of the game is done. Now the blue team starts ticking, and yeah, red has lost a lot of units, so we will see if they will be able to come back. And still they didn't even have secured Charlie, so the automatic here is very offensive, but it's doing his job here. They have already infantry here in this wood line, so they have to unload earlier. That takes time, costs time, and then they still have to get up here. That's also another barrier which is hard to get once you lose it. So yeah, it's not looking good for the red team for the moment. Now here's blue is doing the same like red did in the last game to them. Natas push and then kill the enemy with the tanks in the back line. But just in that case it's not even necessary to bring the tanks, but yeah, playing beating the red team with his own weapons, I guess, with his own tactics. Okay, but well, the game is not over. Everything can happen still, but I guess now red gives up the left side and concentrates to get a foothold more here. Yeah, Pekuda is investing here, and Krot is relocating his units. It's also a very good move. Not a lot of players do that. Once a lot of players stuck with the units once they put them on either side. But he relocates his units. It's really necessary now. And yeah, let's see if they can get back into the forest line. The Lift Garden are very good infantry. I like them a lot. Even the based ones, but also the 90 ones, or 85. They are very nice for forest fights, so it's a perfect unit here, I guess, from the ratio of cost ratio. Okay, so there's still something in Charlie going, some infantry, some scouts. They managed to kill the scout here. Okay, well, now blue has full control over Mike, full control over Golf, and full control over Echo. The only thing they need now is CVs. CVs to tick. They have, well, you should never stop with buying infantry, but for the moment they have to put pressure on the enemy team, and that would be with CVs. Automatic working here, killing the helicopters. Okay, so Krot puts away all his units now to the middle. Just put a scout here to defend. The Kyler hunting the Ito. It's the Verkenning killing the Ito. And Red managed to kinda put a foothold back into the sector. Very important. And now they can bring more safe the infantry. But blue brings a lot of infantry again. They are just in the back for the moment, but yeah, they have a lot of reinforcements coming. So red is really focusing now on the middle. Bombing this town. There's infantry to be expected, but there's just this recon tank, cheap unit. It was kind of. They spend a lot of points in the air, and for me, in the moment, it doesn't seems like they get a value out of that. Like the L-18 isn't contesting any plane so far. I didn't see any plane from blue, if I remember right. Just helicopters, and the rocket pod planes. I don't know if they killed something valuable. So seems like they did a bad trade with their air tap or with their planes. So now the CV90, perfect counter to the KTs from the Finnish units. But well, they managed to get back into this forest line. They also kind of secured Charlie, at least put a CV there. There's some infantry, elite infantry, but it's really hard for them to get into the houses when there's infantry inside. The rocket prop planes, well, for NATOs it's like, it's a little overkill. But they get control now over this area, but it seems like it's kind of too late. Because blue already takes it advantage out of this middle part. Okay, so well, they lost their foothold here in the woods, and yeah, what to do next? There is a helicopter sneaking around. They have now a CV in mech. I guess there will soon be another CV in golf, maybe. No, it's not on the way. But I guess it would be the next step. Red is probing, but they don't have the time to probe a lot, and it's also costs a lot of units. Yeah. They have a nice setup, blue, here with the Kyla, with the Verkenning, and with the infantry here. So it's hard to get inside, back inside. Now the 2A5 are fighting in the middle against one Vihor. Should be easy pick. But they both missed. Okay. Now they try to go for the M84s. But they shoot on the Sturmtruppen. Now the Super Calip is coming. Yeah. Stay in the tree line. Good decision. Okay, that was lucky that they didn't lose the M84s against the 2A5s. The Gula Super Gallup takes just the CV90, but it was anyway too late because they killed already. And now the Tiger is coming for the M84s. Oh, one missed. Well, very lucky now for the red team that they didn't lose their M84s here. Yeah, there's a single M84 driving up here. Not a good idea. Oh, and the Tiger kills the Sava. Well, don't know if it's a good trade, but the Sava should usually kill the Tiger. Here's a Coloss driving to the forest line. Yeah, it's basically a defense force what red has here. You always have to prepare. Oh, the bell didn't make it to the sector. Okay, run out of fuel. Good, let's see. The blue team is taking +1, has control over all the 3 sectors. They didn't. Now there's a CV on the way. 2 even. CV is missing on the right side. Yeah, looks good for the blue team. And red really has to have an idea now what's going on, what to do. The infantry is just dying here for the moment. Now the KTs, rocket pods to kill the infantry. But there's still so much infantry in behind, so on the right side the elite infantry is killed, so no danger from there. Now the Kyler are doing their part. Maybe a little bit offensive. Oh, there's Huber got a sniped one. They tried to split, but it was too late. There's just one Kyler left now. Maybe blue is a little bit, yeah, lacking heavy AA. They play a lot of bombers, but there's just a Jeopard in the middle and nothing else. So they need something with long-range AA. Now the Jeopard killed 2 of the J-35s. That's a huge deal. Very good for the blue team. This is packed with expensive stuff. Right now it tries to push back into here. And the 2A5 are now fighting against the Vihor here. Kill the M84. Now there's a Vihor and a Moderna left. But there's the Vihor and the Moderna firing here to these units. Oh, and they managed to get a foothold now into the tree line here. So yeah, that was kind of surprising. There were a lot of Natas, but Natas against elite infantry is like, it's a meat grinder. Let's see if they can get back into the tree line, the blue team. The Fighting Falcon missed. The Super Guard sniped the Verkenning here. So now it's kind of falling apart for the blue team. I mean, they still hold Echo, but in the middle there's nothing they have against the push of red. There's just the 2A5s here in the middle, but they can't. Well, they can work against this, but they have no influence what's going on here on top. Now there's new infantry coming. Yeah. Fuchs Milan hitting. Good. Oh, side shot from the EKV to the Vihor. Wow, that would have been a huge kill. Getting the supplies for the 2A5s was a good bomber. The L18 flies very deep to kill the block. Oh, wow. And will it survive? It survives. Wow. Very lucky L18. But maybe a good choice to pick the ATGM plane here. Okay. So there's a Fennec defending the road here. Never underestimate this unit. I really like it. Cheap and does its job most of the times. They're taking a look what's going on in the tree line. Seems like there's not a lot. The 2A5s are heavily damaged. They have to fall back. There's a new 2A5 coming, a Dutch one. And they're now ticking +3, the blue team. So, yeah. And what is the Super Guard doing here? Flying just over the automatic. It wants to snipe maybe the Stritzwagen here, but well, that was heavy. That was a huge loss. Seems like red is not playing any seaplanes. I didn't see one, at least. And as soon as you realize it as a blue team, you just leave your AA on all the time, the radar. So Yeah. Makes it a lot easier and you can concentrate more on the game, on the ground. Okay, now red is pushing here in the middle, killing the last infantry of the blue team. The 2A5 holds the lines against the M84 and the Moderna. They miss. Missed a, this time it hits. Yeah, has to fall back because against those two planes, tanks, it's really difficult. Super Gallop is coming. Should be the last one, no? Going for, well, no line of sight to the 2A5. Yeah. And they are still pushing. There's the Sava. What was he firing at? Oh, for the helicopter. And now the 2A5 killed the M84. Oh, here the Kyler in a very good position now. They can side shot the V or even rear shot. No, they go for the Sava. That was lucky. And now side shot to the Moderna. Was it a side shot? Anyway, they're like kinda encircled, the Vihor and the Moderna. Meanwhile, the red team is also pushing here very hard. And now a side shot to the Moderna. 1 HP left. The Kyler also survives. Super lucky. But now it's 1 2A5 against Vihor, a Moderna, 2 Modernas basically, and a lot of Proletari. So yeah, and they run out of smoke. That's a problem. Oh, now the Vihor is pushing, killing 1 CV90. The Fighting Falcon drops bombs on them. The Vihor is shooting, not doing it, and what, the 2A5 kills the Vihor actually in close range. So they lost the M84s and the Vihor to the M84 84 to the Moderna, sorry, the Moderna to the Fighting Falcon, and the Leopard just kills close range the Vihor. What a fight! Well, now they have superior firepower with the Super Heavies. There's 3 of them. They have 1 left. The red team, yeah. That's a huge blow. Again. And they still take +3. They are already at 400 points. So, yeah. But they have to be careful in the middle. The red team is pushing. With the KTs you can push very fast. And you have a lot of firepower with the autocannon. Seems like, but they have 2 CVs, which is actually good. Yeah, 1 is down, there's still 1 left, and it's an armored one with a cannon, so it can defend a bit. But there's a lot more coming from red now. They again fight back very well. Well, the Fennec is... Oh, the CV now kills 1 of the KTs. And there's a scout coming. Yeah, the Leopard will kill it as well. But they are now with infantry here in this town, and that's super bad for blue, because then you have first to fight through the town until you get into Gulf. And yeah, the bomb missed, and that takes a lot of time. There's a KT flying through the lines. Find the CV maybe in Lima, but there's a Tiger. Should be easy for the Tiger to kill. Seven, 8% ability to hit. 4 missiles, 1 hit. That's very bad. The Tiger can't do anything anymore. And the Mi-35, will it kill the Tiger? Will it kill the CV even? Well, it's a +2 if they kill the CV. It's equal. But at least now they know where the CV is. The Tiger barely survived, and they bought their own CV for Golf. It's not +2 anymore. Well, they moved the CV because now they know where it is. Yeah, but it's, I guess it's too late. The blue team already has 469 points. That is it's enough for a draw. In case of a draw, there would have been another match between both. Yeah. And now they take +1 again. And well, they still have a lot of points left and a lot of units. So, well, let's see. Now they bombed the infantry. I think it was Proletariat or something. So they can go back into the town. The infantry should be able to get here. They get back the control of this little town here. That's because it's just militia infantry here. So they are not good in defending or holding a line. So they lose this side again. And yeah, Red tries to snipe the CV with a Grat. Or with a Plamen. Puff against J35. Yeah, but should be no problem to get all this militia infantry out here. Well, blue is ticking again +1 from time to time at least. Yeah, because they moved this V somewhere. And well, again, the blue team won with because they played a little bit out of the ordinary. They had a very nice push here above the middle into Golf. First it seems to be they go for Charlie or for Echo, but no, they go for Golf. And I guess that kind of surprised the blue team because they got Golf kind of for no units at all. And yeah, but again, Red fight back very well. 3 points. They did it in other games as well. And yeah, I hope you had fun. So in the end, TheWeakestLink win by 2-1, and they will be on the second place in this group. That's, I guess, a little surprise in this tournament already. And let's see how they are doing in the next games. So I hope you had fun with this cast, and well, see you the next time. Bye.